corpse. Man tried come for the belt, but I punched you never saw ended all of your hopes. Now all of your bros, I stood on the sideline, head in the hand, shot, joke of the shore. Better keep those hands up, swing for their fences, or you're going all poorly for sure. How much do you want to be the champ? How much do you want to please the fans?
They could have picked any venue in the world, but they chose this one for a reason. What an atmosphere. This is the Lighthouse Theater. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. And here is Showtime, Sonny Edwards. He's 160 centimeters tall with 164 centimeter reach. And he'll be up against Hopey. And up first, Hopey. So much hype surrounding. And there's the bell to start round one. That punch lands. Nice counter shot. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but the fans will only need the edge. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym. Because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They block the left there. That hook just can't find the target. A swing and a miss with the left hook. Nice counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt.
And there's the bell for round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The perfect counter lands. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Good counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nice counter shot. That counter shot lands. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. That counter shot lands. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
On to the third. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
Flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
Beautiful counter punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well done with that counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Punching. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Edwards in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
You're smart when you've got nice round. Good round, I like that. I'm happy. You were smart, you weren't greedy.
Here we go to the fourth round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This is not where Price wants to be. Looks like trouble was averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. Oh, and Price just took a big one. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect you.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at this. Oh, Price has got to navigate his way out of this. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
That counter shot lands. They exchange punches. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Edwards in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judge.
There's the bell to start round 5. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He fails to score with that left hook. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well done with that counter shot. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punching. Nice counter shot. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. That counter punch, Sonny Edwards took that really bad. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Edwards in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you...
Love that jab.
This is the beginning of round 6. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Can't land the jab there. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He's willing to go where the other fighter won't. Good counter punch. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
The jab doesn't quite connect. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Do you believe this? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Edwards in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
So I need you to switch back on. Get focused.
And there's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That jab doesn't find a home. And he parries the right jab away. The jab slightly off target. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
These two were made for each other. They blocked the left there. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Edwards in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Now it's a tough fight.
Round 8, and we're off again. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. They both want a highlight reel knockout. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Edwards in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of...
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
A perfect counter lands. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. And In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. These two fighters are made for one another. That counterpunch caught him clean. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Beautiful counterpunch. They blocked the left there. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Started up Edwards in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Get your breath back. The jab.
Put it back on him this round.
And there's the bell for round 10. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. How about that time counter shot? Straight right just misses. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Started out Edwards in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
There's the bell to start round 11. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Sonny Edwards is certainly in some real trouble here. A true champion knows how to... Did you see that? Some big trouble here for Showtime Sonny Edwards. But somehow weathered the storm.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Ooh, that really hurt Sonny Edwards. Sonny Edwards goes down. He caught him with that body shot and it froze him. Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Looking to land the hook. 10 seconds to go, and what domination. Oh, right there. Sonny Edwards rocked with that one. What a punch, and that sends Showtime to the floor. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you okay?
Talk about Edwards in that last round. They get 1 minute between rounds. There's the bell for round 12. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Nope, that jab not going to score. Jab misses. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter shot. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Oh, and Price just took a big one. How is this fight still continuing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart.